Hey everybody, thanks for joining me today. I'm really excited. I want to go over the king of all exercises, or you could call it the queen of all exercises, and that's called the squat. And the squat, I'm going to show you how to do it today safely, and it is an awesome exercise, even if you're a gold medalist, or if you're just someone that literally is wanting to be able to get off the ground more easily. So a couple things I want to cover with you before I show you how to do it. So squatting is a resistance exercise, and you want to be careful with how much you do, because if you overdo it, you can end up being really sore and uncomfortable. And I think the ultimate goal here is to be able to stay active for your whole life. So hopefully you can do things like squats forever. And the way you're going to do that is you're going to be careful with what's called your volume and your intensity. So if your volume is really high, that would be like going for a really long run or walk, or you're doing lots of sets and repetitions, it can be hard and harmful. And the other thing you got to be careful of is your intensity. So if your intensity is really high and you're having to push yourself really hard, it's going to make it hard for you to do this safely, because if you do both, you're probably going to get injured probably pretty fast, or you'll get burnt out and you won't be able to continue. So if you're going to have lots of volume, make sure your intensity goes down. And if your intensity is up, make sure your volume goes down. And if you're new to this and you haven't done much resistance training, I would ask you to start very slowly and maybe just do like one set, even if something as little as 5 reps, just so you don't get too sore and it's not too hard for you. All right, so let's get right into it. So how you squat, how to do it safely, a couple things I want to talk about. When you're squatting, about shoulder widths is about right. Okay, you can vary it a little bit. Make sure the weight is right in the middle of your feet all through the motion. You don't want to be on your toes or on your heels. Okay, so in the middle of your feet, you want to have your knees kind of over top of your feet. You want them to track in that line like that, okay? Now from the side, you want your back to be straight, okay? Like this, straight back. And you can do whatever you want with your hands. Some people will use bars. They'll have a bar in the front or a bar in the back, or they'll use dumbbells. Or if you're just doing it like with your body, like me, you can put your hands wherever. Some people like their hands out to kind of balance. So flat back, you can stick your butt out to kind of counterbalance yourself, okay? And the other thing too, I would love you to have form. Good form is more important than how much weight you can lift. That's the most important thing, so don't sacrifice your form. And the last thing I want to cover is bracing your core. Okay, so as you go down into a squat, as you kind of come down, you want your core engaged. Okay, and you want it to stay engaged all the way down, and then as you come up. So that part where you load, you want to protect your spine, and you're going to do that by bracing your core. And to do that, you can take a breath in and hold and kind of pressurize your abdomen, almost like someone was going to punch you in the stomach. You sort of brace. That's what you're going to do when you're doing a squat or lifting. Okay, you're going to hold it, and you can release, just like that, okay? So let's say you're new to this, you've never done squats before. I'm gonna show you how to do it on a chair right now. And this is great because it can give you a bit of a break, and you might not be confident with how far you can go down. So here's an example on a chair. So you go down, get your butt to touch. You can even rest there for a sec, and then you're gonna stand up, just like that. Now, if you can go further, if you can kind of go like this, awesome. So thank you so much for watching. Hope that changes your life. You're awesome, and keep up the good work.